Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Always Compete Seahawks Podcast. I am here with my main man, Sam. Again, I am not Dr. Seuss. That didn't rhyme very well, but to make up for it, we have a banger video for you guys today. So last week we posted why the Seahawks will have the best offense in the NFL. We went through our reasons of why we believe that the Seahawks could have the best offense in the NFL. I think that is a fairly realistic video that we made. This one's a bit more of a stretch. We're talking about why the Seahawks could have the best defense in the NFL, or more realistically, why their defense could be very, very good.
Like top 10.
Top 10, yeah. But we're going to put number one in the title because that's going to get clicks and, come on. You know
We're
how
the YouTuber grind now. Next week, we found a dead body on the side of the road.
Right.
Tune in.
Right. Spending 100 hours in solitary confinement. Like, this is the type of stuff that we're doing. We're getting worse. We're becoming those.
We're going to do $100 million wheel spin challenge.
Right.
Gone wrong.
Right. Pranking my girlfriend challenge. Like, that. All that type of stuff is coming. But first, I'll need to get one of those. Anyway, make sure pain. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our new cringy challenge bet videos that we're gonna do. Not really, but make sure to subscribe for Seahawks content. It's all coming to you guys. We've been close to posting once a day, so make sure to stick around for that. But like I mentioned, we're gonna be talking about the defense today and why we think that our defense could be very, very good. Top 10, borderline elite, whatever you want to call it. So we each have 5 reasons, and we're just going to go through our reasons, talk about them, and then we'll see like what needs to happen. So Sam, what is your first reason about why the Seahawks could have a great defense next year?
So my 5th reason was a something. I said momentum from last year / the return of the 12s. That was my 5th reason. The 12s are a crucial part of the Seahawks defense. They draw a lot of false starts, a lot of confusion on the offensive side.
Mm-hmm.
There's some players last year who were like, bro, it's so much easier to play in Seattle when the fans are so much more quiet.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
the fact that we're going to have those, the best fans in the NFL, the loudest fans in the NFL coming back. I don't care what Chiefs fans say. That was a fluke. That was a one-time occurrence.
No, a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. Like, you're not cool.
Yeah. The Seahawks have consistently been considered the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's not really that close. Players dread playing in Seattle.
Yep.
So, honestly, the return of the 12s is a huge thing. And momentum from last year, the Seahawks ended last year as one of the best defenses in the NFL. They had like a 7-week stretch where they had like 45 sacks. Ridiculous. Great.
Insanity.
They allowed like 15 points a game. Ridiculous. Great, amazing. I don't care if we played the Jets and the Giants.
Yeah, I don't care if we played the Washington football team. It's good.
Without Alex Smith or Antonio Gibson. But
Dwayne Haskins, bro. Come on. Yeah.
But that's my 5th reason.
Yeah. My 5th reason was our linebackers. Bobby Wagner needs no introduction. I'm not going to spend much time talking about him. You know who he is. You know what he do. That was weird. Anyway, Jordan Brooks is the guy that I'm really going to spend time talking about today. Again, kind of in that late season stretch, got to get more reps as a rookie last year. He's definitely going to be the week 1 starter this year. Really liked him last year. He's fast. He can cover. He's good against the run. Really excited for Jordan Brooks. And then at our other outside linebacker spot, we're going to have a guy that I'm really excited for. I presume we're going to have Darrell Taylor, a guy that I'm really, really excited for. He's been playing some outside linebacker at camp. If not, we're going to have Barton or Ben Burke.
Cody Barton kind of gets a bad rap, in my opinion. I mean, is he great? No. Is he better than KJ when he plays? No. But he gets kind of a bad rap. I think Cody Barton has played solid when he's played recently.
I wouldn't call him. I'd say he's like an average linebacker. I wouldn't.
Yeah, like if he were to play, I'd be like, yeah, I'm fine with that.
Obviously, you mentioned KJ Wright. If we can get him back, that'd be awesome. I don't think that's gonna happen though. But I don't know, man. The longer it goes, I think if it gets late into free agency and nobody's called his phone, which is a common problem that I have, call me please. We get late into free agency. Yeah, pain. It's just becoming pain. I'm just venting at this point. But if it goes late into free agency, KJ Wright still doesn't have a home. I would imagine that he wants to just re-sign with Seattle for a cheap 1-year deal. So, yeah, I think our linebacker core is going to be very good next year. So that is my first reason.
Yeah.
Sam?
So my 4th reason, an excellent segue. I actually have Jordan Brooks I think will improve this year. I think that he will
Absolutely.
continue to improve. I think that Jordan Brooks played very good in the maybe limited time that we kind of saw him. I don't know if you could call it limited, but it was kind of limited. He really didn't get actual starting snaps until like week
9.
like 11, 10.
Yeah, 10, 11,
And like versus like, and we discovered that this dude is a monster in the run game. Like he's a beast in the run game.
Yes,
Like I think y'all remember on the 1 yard line against the Rams, where this dude was not even the 1 yard line. It was like the 1.5 foot line. If he goes 1.5 feet, they score a touchdown. Jordan Brooks is right there, sets the gap, and absolutely stops Malcolm Brown in his tracks, and just makes that.
Remember the play against Arizona? Kyler Murray went to the outside,
Kyler Murray,
and he ran
Kyler
with
Murray's
Kyler Murray.
Not easy to catch up to,
and he ran with Kyler Murray
step for step with Kyler Murray. That's
Absolutely.
Impressive. The play against the Rams and the other one that we lost in week 11, where Robert Woods is right in the middle. It should be an easy completion over the middle for like 15 yards. And Jordan Brooks is there and snipes Robert Woods down and hits him so hard that he drops it. Robert Woods has good hands, and he dropped it. I mean, this dude has had moments that are like do you remember a last play that we kind of break down from Jordan Brooks where against Arizona, Dan Arnold was doing a
corner route?
It was like a weird like outside kind of corner route where he was going up towards the post. No, not the post, the pylon. He was going towards the pylon.
Right.
And Jordan Brooks, who is bad in coverage, ran step for step with him and knocked the pass down. So Jordan Brooks is definitely going to improve, especially with Bobby Wagner, just continuing to mentor him. You guys will see Bobby Wagner on later on this list as one of my reasons, but Jordan Brooks improving is my 4th reason. Mike, what do you have?
Yeah, I totally agree with, like I said, same thing with Jordan Brooks. Really excited to watch him in year 2. Him and Bobby Wagner are going to be like Batman and Robin, but like on steroids. Like if Robin wasn't like a 12-year-old kid.
It's going to be like Batman and Robin from Teen Titans. That's what it's going to be like.
Yeah.
It's gonna be,
Or like Nightwing or something. Yeah.
Yeah, like totally when Robin was on his demon time. That's what Jordan Brooks is.
Oh my goodness gracious. Totally agree. So my next reason is this one's going to be a hot take. I'm going to get some heat for this. I think our defensive backs. Listen. Our safeties are great. I'm pretty sure everybody, with the exception of like McConnell, can agree with that. Shout out McConnell. Biggest Seahawks hitter I know.
God damn you, McConnell.
Yeah. Get out of my mentions. Quandre and Jamal Pro Bowlers last year. I don't need to talk about the safeties. The big one is the corners, right? DJ Reed, I think, played really, really well last year. Trey Brown, Akilla Witherspoon, who we were talking about I don't even know how to say it.
Off-screen recording time.
Says he's going to be the best corner in the NFL. I think when you are a new corner who signs in Seattle, they just inject you with Richard Sherman serum,
like confidence juice.
Yeah. It's like they put it in his vaccine. Like he got vaccinated. And it's just.
It's like, why is there so much juice in there?
Yeah, it's like green.
Don't worry about it.
Flicking it. They're like, all right, you're good. But no, he says he's the best corner in the game when he's healthy. I hope he's right. I don't necessarily agree with him.
Yeah, like, bro,
I hope he's right.
Our confidence will be through the roof. Like, we have Akilla Witherspoon, DJ Reed, what's
Jamal?
Jamal is a confident man.
Jamal's very confident.
He was at a point last year where he was like allowing like 100 receiving yards a game, and he was like, bro, I'm not doing bad in coverage. That's how confident he is. He said he's like elite in coverage, and I do think he's good in coverage, but he was going through a bad stretch at that time.
He destroyed Joe Fan. Get out of here, Joe Fan.
Joe Fan.
Yeah,
we love you, Joe. We love you, Joe.
We love you, Joe. But I think our DBs are going to be really good next year. I think, Pete Carroll, we give him crap all the time, but he is notorious for being very good with DBs. That's his bread and butter. That's his, I'm struggling to come up with another analogy. That's his thing. That's his thing.
Yeah, it's his thing.
It's his thing. All right.
There's the analogy I was looking for. It's his thing. Just
That's
that's
I
what
think
that's what he does. Like
right.
if Pete Carroll's really good at one thing, it's in just not even in his DBs, just in injecting confidence into all of his players.
Is there like has Pete Carroll just been giving his DBs needles for years?
Like Russell Wilson might be the most confident player in the NFL. They'd be down like 21, and he's on the sideline like they're not gonna believe when we come back. They're not gonna believe.
Hey, go hug.
He's like, come on, boys.
Yeah.
There's like 20. They're down by like 21 with like 6 minutes left. They're like, come on.
And then they lose.
They don't believe when
they
we come
lose
back.
21-20. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the Seahawks game. But yeah, DBs. That's my fourth reason. So what about you?
Yeah. Mike, you're on point with my segues today, man. Number
come
3,
on
I
now.
don't have DBs. I have star safeties. Quandre coming off of a career season where he just played out of his mind. Out of his mind. Like he went through that stretch where he had like an interception like for like 4 straight weeks or something.
The Rams, the Giants, the
Giants, the Eagles.
Yes. The Eagles, the Rams, the Giants.
No,
he had
one versus Atlanta, and then he had another one, which I can't remember.
But yeah, that one against Atlanta ended the game. I'm pretty sure.
Against Arizona. Against Arizona, where he had that diving pick when Kyler Murray overthrew the guy in the middle. Do you remember that?
Oh, yes.
So the Quandre had 5 picks. That's a lot. Pro Bowler. That's great. Amazing job, Quandre.
Thank you, Lions.
Let me trade it for you.
Thank you, Lions.
Yeah, another Lions blunder in the thing here. So
yep.
Jared Goof coming up next. But but the real thing is, Jamal Adams. Say what you want about Jamal Adams. He's a top 5 safety and debatably the best safety in the NFL.
I'll tell you.
So Jamal is a dog. We just talked about how confident he is. He injects confidence into anyone he plays with, and he hypes them up like they're the best player in the NFL. He's coming off of a season where in 12 games he had 9.5 sacks, 83 combined tackles, 14 quarterback hits, 3 passes defensed, and a forced fumble. Jamal Adams is a dog coming off a second-team All-Pro year and a Pro Bowl. Jamal Adams is a huge piece of this defense, and I can't wait to see that the more that he begins to fit and realize his true role on this defense and how to really play it. I can't wait to see what he does this year. We're going to extend him soon. I have hope.
Yeah. Yes.
I have hope. Yeah. Albert Breer in his mailbag responded to me, and he thinks that he'll get it. And he said that he thinks that they'll get a deal done, before the regular season. So that makes me happy.
Very good.
Yeah. So Mike, what's your number 3 reason?
For my next reason, I have the improved pass rush. Now, did we sign a J.J. Watt in free agency? No. But what we did was I think we were smart, and we went with quantity over maybe quality. We got Carlos Dunlap back. Baller. We got Kerry Hyder. Baller. We got Alden Smith. Question mark? Maybe. But I think the pass rush in the second half of last year, I think post Carlos Dunlap, the pass rush was very good last year.
It was very good.
And I think when you add rotational pieces to that, like Kerry Hyder had 9 sacks last year. Is he going to have 9 sacks this year?
Is a question mark. We don't know how that's going to work. We'll see. We'll see where that goes.
But Kerry Hyder had 9 sacks last year. Do I think he's going to have 9 sacks this year? Maybe not. But if he has 4.5 sacks and he's coming off and being a great rotational piece, like keeping Carlos fresh, that's a win for me.
The Seahawks have Benson Mayowa, who's coming off a 6.5 sack year. Carlos Dunlap, who's coming off a 6.5 sack year, like 6 games played.
Mm-hmm.
Darrell Taylor, Alton Robinson.
Who hasn't played.
Robinson. These are guys who are dogs. They're dogs, and they're gonna be good. They're gonna be good for sure. And as you mentioned, Kerry Hyder. That might have been the get of the offseason. It's like a 3-year deal.
In terms of
worth like 6.5.
I think in terms of how good of a deal we got, I think that's the best free agent signing.
Kerry Hyder might have been the signing of the offseason just on value alone and what he might be able to do on this team.
Right.
And what he did last year. we know that when Kerry Hyder stays healthy, he's a dog.
Demon.
Like when Kerry Hyder has played all 16 games, he's had 9.5 plus sacks. Yeah, my bad. So he has 2021, 2022, both. He has a yearly value of about $2.5 million for 2 seasons after a 9.5 sack year. So Kerry Hyder is coming off of a season that is just like a chef's kiss of a season.
And he's a former 49er, so we could use him as a spy.
Yeah. In 2016, Kerry Hyder in 16 games had 8 sacks for the Lions. Misses the next couple of years. And then in 2020, where his 13 games started, he has 8.5 sacks. And may I mention that in 2016, when he had 8 sacks, he played 63% of the snaps.
Damn.
And only had 2 games started total. So Kerry Hyder is a dog coming off of the bench. If he can play all 16 games, he'll get you 5 sacks, like nearly guaranteed.
Yep.
So, Mike, the reason why I've been talking so much about the defensive line is because, again, with the segue, my number 2 reason.
Wait, what's the phrase? Great minds think alike.
Yeah. My number 2 reason is the pass rush, the pass rush depth that we have. Even on the interior, Poona Ford isn't a pass rusher, but Al Woods has been a pass rusher before in his career.
Yep.
And honestly, I think the Al Woods pickup was a pretty good get just to get him a guy who's played for this team before and has experience. You know, I think that it's a pretty good pickup for us to get a guy like Al Woods. And we might be lacking a little bit on the interior pass rush. Another guy who we forgot to mention, LJ Collier, who had 3 sacks last year. LJ Collier is going to be the 3 tech. I will bet on it that he'll get a lot of 3 tech snaps. When he played on the inside last year, LJ Collier was like a dominating force. I know that sounds weird. Literally watch the tape.
Watch the Patriots game.
Yeah, his get off against interior offensive linemen is insane because they just can't react. He's so quick. Honestly, I think he has a 15 sack season incoming. Just hot take.
Ooh, hot take.
Hot take. 20 sack season, breaking the single season record of Michael Strahan.
24 sacks in a single season.
24 sacks.
All on Jimmy Garoppolo.
Again. Jesus Christ.
Now, Joe, they got to do a better job of protecting this guy. I mean, I know he's too busy going out with porn stars all day, but he's got to step up in the pocket, man. I know he doesn't pull out much, but he's really got to get out of that pocket.
Bro, relax. All right. Family-friendly show, Mike. Family-friendly show. But yeah, my number 2 reason is the pass rush. It's really looking great. Honestly, best pass rush we've had since 2013. 2014 to 2015 when we had Michael Bennett and Cliff Avery and then all those rotational guys coming off the bench. Mike, what's your number 2?
You are. I had one that you had previously on the list. The 12s are going to be huge.
All right.
Huge. Just getting that momentum, getting that energy from the crowd. Third down. I'm not sure what our third down conversion percentage was last year, but you could bump that down 3 or 4% next year because of the fans. You're right. Opposing teams do not like to play in Seattle. I think we maybe win the Rams game in the playoffs if we have fans. Not sure though.
Yeah, but Jared Goff can't handle the Seahawks.
Can you imagine Bobby Wagner and Jamal Adams?
Jamal Adams will feed off of that energy.
The thing is, he's never had fans in the NFL because the Jets don't have any fans.
Yeah, the Jets stadium is empty on a
and we didn't
basis.
have fans.
They don't show it on TV, but MetLife when the Jets play there is totally empty. Not a single soul in attendance.
It's all CGI. All of those people, they're just
because nobody's willing to spend $150 on a Jets game.
Nobody is willing to be seen in public with Jets memorabilia on. Just how it is.
It's just a fact.
So Jamal Adams playing with fans. I mean, come on now. The 12s, they bring and this is for offense and defense. They bring so much energy. They bring so much momentum. It's so hard for opposing quarterbacks to get their signs off, get their hands. There's a lot of false starts. There's a lot of delay of games. There's a lot of confusion on the offensive line of scrimmage. So the 12s are going to be astronomical. Don't ask me to spell that word. Astronomically important to the Seahawks' success on defense this year.
Yeah, I already had that on the list. Number 1 for me, I have Bobby Wagner.
Woo!
Because Bobby Wagner is still the best linebacker in football.
Say it again. Say it again for the people in the back.
Still the best linebacker in football.
Not Fred Warner. Not
Amen.
Levante David. Not Darius Leonard. Bobby Wagner.
Amen. The stats back it up as well.
Mm-hmm.
But Bobby Wagner is a fantastic leader. He leads the men so well. Remember the Patriots game last year? They stopped Cam Newton at the 1. LJ Collier's going in there, and they're like, oh, my God, LJ, how'd you make such a great play on Cam Newton on a play that you haven't been able to stop all night? And he goes, well, Bobby told the whole defense to shift over because they're aligned that way, and everything went well. Bobby can read things. He knows things.
Yep.
He's the mind of the
Cerebral.
defense.
He's the Tom Brady on defense.
Yeah, the veteran leader. And honestly, Bobby Wagner, he hasn't shown signs of slowing down.
No.
I don't think he will anytime soon.
Mm-mm.
And Bobby Wagner will be a Seahawk for life no matter where he goes in his NFL career. Bobby Wagner is fantastic, and I think that's the only reason that I need to say that he'll be the number 1 reason why the Seahawks will have a top 10 defense. Mike, what do you have as number 1?
I think in terms of single player, he's the number 1 reason that will be the best. Like what single player will have the most impact? Absolutely. My number 1 reason, though, I went a little bit different. I said health/fresh start. We're entering this season with a healthy Jamal Adams, hopefully, with Carlos Dunlap, with Marquise Blair, with our guys on defense. We didn't have Carlos Dunlap till halfway through the year. Jamal missed a bunch of games. Those are the 2 main guys. But I think if we could, when we're healthy and we've been acclimated to everything, this defense is going to go absolutely deep. Imagine the 1985 Bears, but if they just never allowed a point. I mean, that's basically what our defense is going to be. Basically.
Yeah, essentially. Imagine our defense last year, but we allowed no points. That's what our defense is going to be like this year.
Dude, imagine just like Russell Wilson is just on offense every other play because there's a pick. Just every offensive snap. Ball has 15. They're like, all right.
I can't wait for that for the incoming.
No, it's not. It's
10-pick season.
Yeah, Al Woods, 3 pick 6. It's not even a pick. It's just they just give up. They just get the ball and they punt because they're like, there's no way we can score. They don't
even try.
Yeah. All right.
They purposely fumble it on the kickoff just to give them the ball.
They
back.
see Jamal doing his dance and they're like, all right, nope. Nah, we lost.
The center snaps the ball, he picks it up and just hands it over to Jamal. He just walks over and personally gives it to Jamal.
Yeah,
as a gift.
You guys win. So that's my biggest reason. But let us know what you guys think down below. Why our defense could be good. Why, if you're a hater, why our defense will be bad. But don't be a carry hater. Oh, that was really bad.
Brandon Shell jokes are better, Mike. Brandon Shell jokes are better.
I need to stick to my Brandon Shell jokes.
Yeah. I think that's a good note to end the video. Subscribe.
Yep.
Leave a like.
Ooh.
And you can listen to this wherever you get your podcasts. We'll see you later. Peace.